I'll tell you this is that what I do is simple. If I suck, I will stop, play something else, and then come back. And I'll tell you why soon.
It's always funny yet extremely pathetic when a video game journalist admits that they're not good at video games, that they can't play video games, and that ultimately they don't want certain video games to continue to be made or be popular because they suck at them. And that is exactly what has happened with Souls likes. There are so many journos who say, since I can't play it, I don't want them to be as popular. And Polygon has put out a brand new piece saying that exact thing.
Okay, first off, I thought Polygon was kaput. Seriously, how are they still operating? No, I have no idea. For me, let me tell you this. In AI Limit, I have lost count how many times I lost, okay? You wanna know what I do if I lost? Stop playing it, play something else, practice, and then come back. But most importantly, learn what did I do wrong, and then adapt. And no, I don't complain if it's too difficult or anything. No, I don't.
I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, it would be perfectly fine if they just said, I'm not particularly good at these games, but they're going out of their way to say, all right, that's plenty of Souls likes we don't need anymore, and this is a toxic trend. So it says next week sees the release of a very cool looking Wuchang Fallen Feathers, an action game where you play as a badass pirate warrior with amnesia. While figuring out what's up with your memories, you spend your time fighting giant monsters inflicted by a mysterious feathery illness and have to, damn it, it's another Souls-like. Seriously, we've known from the beginning that it was supposed to be an action slash Souls-like experience. I don't know why that's coming as much of a shock to them.
It's either that or I don't think they saw the trailer or anything. I'm have to be theorizing is that these people, Polygon, yes, there's the pronouns, he, him. Unbelievable. I'm 100% certain that Ari noticed, which that's a weird name, he doesn't watch the trailer. Why do I get the feeling that?
They're just trying to dramatize the situation to be like, aw man, I was so excited until I saw this. To be clear, I haven't played Wuchang Fallen Feathers yet, but the genre it's ostensibly part of is emblematic of a gaming trend that's gone on for far too long. There are too many Souls-likes. Largely inspired by From Software's Demon Souls and Dark Souls, these action-adventure games tend to put a heavy focus on blocking, parrying, and dodging attacks, and left to throw a challenging boss fight in your path. Often, they are moody in tone. More often, they make me moody. Oh, boo-hoo, cry me a river and float upstream.
Here's the thing, for me, my criticism for Souls games, let's say for example, either Batman with Wukong, or in this case, Lies of P. When it comes to Souls game, my criticism is often mainly maps, or in this case, mini-maps, because, look, I know it's just a small criticism because everybody can go by, I can go by without a map. But the issue for me is, of course, main quests and side quests, because how do you exactly tell where to go, whether it's main quest or side quests, or even better yet, to look for treasures? Yes, if you're just playing through the stories, you can just get by them, just follow the enemy, that's what I do. But for completionists, it's a different thing. They have to know where to go. And yes, some completionists can benefit without a map. They just go wherever they go. But that's just me, okay? Again, that's the only criticism I have. And also optimization, okay? Optimization is always going to be my main criticism.
Who cry me a river and float upstream. Some games are meant to be tough, and that's okay. I don't blame people for not wanting to play Souls-likes, and I can understand if you're a little bit tired of seeing, some of the largest games to release be Souls-likes, but we are talking about a video game reviewer here who is whining about the fact that the video games he has to play are a little bit too difficult. You would think that when you are playing dozens upon dozens of games, if they actually play them, you would get significantly better at them and you wouldn't have that tough of a time. But regardless, they are going out of their way to write an entire article saying that he is sick and tired of these games and they should stop making them. The genre has been around in some capacity for about a decade, but I first noticed it reached a saturation point in 2022 following the release of Steel Rising. Steel Rising was a game that came and went. It did not have that much hype behind it, and I wouldn't necessarily say that in 2022 Steel Rising was like the straw that broke the camel's back for people, because I feel like people didn't even really pay attention to it. I mean, I'm a Souls-like fiend and I didn't even give it a chance because it just looked mediocre.
Okay, to be honest, I never heard of Steel Rising. I mean, seriously folks, How come I never noticed? Generally, folks, has any of you heard of Steel Rising? Why haven't I heard about it?
Give it a chance because it just looked mediocre. The following year, Lies of P caught my attention, a Pinocchio game with steampunk vibes, also automatons. Then I played Lies of P and found it much like Steel Rising, parry this, dodge that, get ass kicked by a boss a few times. Also, that year, Team Ninja's action game, Wuchang Fallen Dynasty, let me down in a similar way. I, again, think that Wolong came and went. It was a game that was very buggy and broken at release. I didn't even get a chance to really play it because of the technical difficulties. But Lies of P is one of the best games I have ever played. Yes, it is very similar to Bloodborne, but it is so amazing. It's really not that tough.
I think Veritas gonna tell about the difficulty option, but truth be told, look, even if I was playing on an easy difficulty, let's say the highest, easiest difficulty, I feel like I'm playing hard mode, folks. Now, generally, I feel like I was playing, let's just say I was playing on easiest mode, but I feel like I was playing on hard mode. And yes, I suck at Souls game. Thank you for noticing, but I don't complain on it.
They've added multiple difficulties, and to top all of that off, you have so much story and lore and complexity with the characters. Like, it is a phenomenal game. But of course, they're just dumbing it down to, oh, the combat system is parry this and dodge that, which is a staple in any action game, even if it's not a Souls. Like, look at something like Black Desert Online, right? You are comboing skills, you're dodging, you are avoiding attacks, you're unleashing attacks, and it's not a Souls-like. Are we just going to say that a game with any sort of difficulty that happens to have parrying and dodging is bad? Even games that aren't technically Souls-likes are still absorbing the genre's DNA. Oh, here we go. This started to become clear in 2024 with the release of Stellar Blade, an anime-as-hell action game that looked like what you'd get if you mixed Nier Automata, and it was developed with an actual color palette. Nier Automata's an amazing game and looks beautiful. The gameplay, parry this, dodge that. I hate how they dumb it all down to those two different things. Let's ignore the skills, let's ignore the different weapon types. Like in Lies of P, you can change handle types and blade types to make the exact type of weapon you want, even if it's a godlike weapon. They're ignoring all of these systems to try to get a point across, but really all they're doing is making themselves look dumb.
Yeah, that's right. I have a 100% certain that this reviewer doesn't play Lies of P, or perhaps Steel Rising, or any Souls game. I am 100% certain it is the case.
Played the game, or they are intentionally leaving out information to try to push a narrative. It says, though, by the time Black Myth Wukong, a boss rush with heavy Souls vibes that nabbed multiple Game Award nominations, rolled around later that year, my genre fatigue was so overwhelming that I didn't even bother playing it. They didn't even bother playing what, in my opinion, was the best game to release in 2024. An absolutely phenomenal game that, again, has a lot of story aside from just the combat. And it's not even a boss rush game. It does have a lot of bosses, yes, but that game isn't even that tough either. Sure, there are a couple of really difficult fights like Erlang, but he's an optional boss. The last boss is tough, but you can also make yourself really overpowered to the point where you don't even have that much of a difficulty with it. And I know, right? I play a lot of Souls-like, so for me it might be slightly easier than somebody else. And again, it's perfectly fine if this isn't the type of game for you. But they're even admitting, like, I don't like these games so much now that I didn't even bother playing it. And they're dumbing their arguments down, which is so insulting.
Yeah, it is insulting. But seriously, to these journalists, if you don't like it, then why are you saying this to us? Do you think any gamers cared about what you had to say now? Ay, ay, ay.
Absolutely phenomenal games. They even go on to talk about Claire Obscure, saying you could even make the case that Souls-like Plague has infected innocent genres as well, like turn-based RPGs. For instance, did Claire Obscure Expedition 33 really benefit from centering its battles around a parrying mechanic with windows so tight that no one over 30 possesses the reflex to react to them? Yes. Yes, because it enhanced the turn-based experience, and to top all of that off, if you truly didn't want to use the parrying system, you could have gone into the options and you could make it so it automatically parries for you. So it doesn't even affect you at that point. See, you're not even using the tools that are at your disposal. You just want to freaking complain. I'll admit that part of my aversion to the genre is a skill issue. Hey, at least they're admitting that they suck at video games and they probably shouldn't be a professional reviewer for them. There's, of course, a time and a place for challenging games, but after a decade, beating my head against a boss 3, 5, 10 times in a row before cracking its pattern has lost its luster. So many settings in Souls-likes are genuinely captivating, distinct, and well realized in a manner that's just begging to be explored, like French Revolution automatons, Pinocchio automatons. Sometimes I just want to learn more about these worlds without having to pass a skill check, so play these games on easy.
We're gonna get to this, and I had to say, when I play, whether the Souls games has difficulty option or not, let's say I was playing on easy mode. You wanna, when I first played it on easy mode, I feel like I was playing on hard mode because I was still learning, okay? And for me, I believe Stellar Blade, or in this case, Batman Wukong, was my first genuine Souls game, okay? I haven't played a Souls game in quite a while. And I'm still new to this and still learning all the Souls game genre, okay? And if you have any Souls game suggestion for me to play in the future, let me know in the comments. That is perhaps the best for all of you, because I probably want to try some. I mean, I'm still getting into Souls games, okay? It's taking time.
Have easy difficulties, not all of them, like Elden Ring, for example, doesn't, but you can make yourself so overpowered that you click a single button on a weapon and you dodge every once in a while and you back up and like you can beat bosses. Yeah, you can put these games on an easier difficulty most of the time. And you guys have even been writing articles, not that this is the same person, but about how we're about to enter a skippable boss fight utopia. This is the type of future that these individuals want. Again, not the same person, but I feel like a lot of these game journalists generally have the same opinion. And if you're complaining about the difficulty in Souls-likes, you probably are somebody who's up for skippable boss fights, which I think is ridiculous for video game journalists to be using. If your job is to play a game, you should probably learn how to actually play the game, instead of sitting here complaining about how difficult it is and how you're so bothered by the genre that you really no longer want games in it to be made, and you're saying, oh, we need to move on to a different trend. People like this trend. There's a reason why Souls-like sell so well.
That is true, even though that's not for everybody, but Batman Wukong got 2 million people. And I'm 100% certain that Wuchang Fallen Feathers, despite not gonna be Wukong level, journalists will probably spin this saying that, oh, most of the players are from China or from Asia. 100% it will happen, okay? For me, I'm still new to this Souls-like, and yes, I suck at Souls-like. Thank you everyone for noticing. But hey, I admit to this, and what I do is simple. Go to that boss one more time, stop, play other games that have easier difficulty, whatever it is that I have already played, and then come back, stronger and better. And that's the reason why I also, while I was making videos, I will always record gameplay footage, and while I was recording that, I will see where did I lose, how can I dodge them. That's the benefit when you record a gameplay footage. You get to see where is your mistake in those recordings. You can tell. That's how I do. And again, for the difficulty option, even if I do play it on easier mode, I feel like I was playing on hard mode, to be honest. When I was playing on easy mode, yeah, easiest mode, I feel like I was playing on hard mode. No, generally, it's true. And also another small criticism I have is, of course, maps or waypoint, mini maps and waypoint. Waypoint reason is because you can't exactly tell which way is either treasures, side quests, or main quests. It was a small criticism, but hey, I think I can do better. Mini maps also a criticism, but I think I can get by just by following the enemies. And again, like I said, if you have any Souls game suggestion that you can recommend to me, let me know in the comments. Yeah, I think I want to try some of those games, besides of course either Elden Ring.
This is...
It's a place to honor the dead. They're still waiting for the salvation Mother Sphere promised them.
Damn.
I want to send the memories left here to Mother Sphere. That's where they belong.
I'll help.
Me too.
Thank you, both of you.
Leave a like and subscribe if you want woke or anti-woke detective, or if you want to see me play games. Visit my second, third, and fourth channel up here or link in the description.